Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for another daily dose of Dismal Disney.
I don't know. It depends what side you're on.
Well, it depends because some people, I don't think they thought the experience was very dismal. Apparently, a couple got caught being inappropriate on the Peoplemover.
Yeah, well, this wasn't recent. I think it was on a Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a long story, but anyway, I did an article around this afternoon, like around 1 o'clock or something, I made a PSA article because Disney can see you. Just don't do it. They can see you.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. Everything. Yes, there are cameras everywhere in places you wouldn't expect it.
People don't want a daily dose of Dickie Disney. You need to keep it in your pants. They can see it.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about this PSA. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 256,000 subs.
Yay!
Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about Disney a lot. If you go to piratesandprincesses.net, you can find more objective Disney news.
This was just for fun.
Yeah,
it was for funsies.
Funsies. Yeah, people were having too much funsies in the dark.
They were. So yeah, what started this is I'll explain my thought process here because I'm the one that did it. I did see I'll go in credit Inside the Magic because they had put this up. That people on Reddit were talking about things they had seen at Disney.
Right.
And somebody in the comments mentioned that they were on the ride on the Peoplemover, and it goes through a part of it that is in the dark. And one of the people on Reddit said, we got stopped in the Peoplemover because two cars in front of us got frisky in Space Mountain. It stopped, lights came on, and the announcement was, we can see you. Now, the area of Peoplemover, it comes around Space Mountain and you kind of go behind it. And it is dark for like a short period of time. So, one, nothing's going to happen in that short amount of time. If it does, then you got problems about premature things because it's very quick.
You've got a friend in me.
Yeah, well, it's too quick to have a friend in you and not get caught. It's not a very long period of time. But people keep doing stuff like this. And not just on Peoplemover. They do it on like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion's a big one. Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
That's why they have a camera there when you go on. They can literally see you. When you're on these attractions, there's cameras everywhere. They can see you.
I mean, it's interesting. We mentioned this before with my situation where I lost my Magic Band, and they were trying to find my Magic Band, and they had all kinds of photos of me, video of me all over the park in places that you would not expect cameras to be in. They were trying to match.
Not the bathroom, don't worry.
No, I don't know that we know of. But they were trying to match my face with the Magic Band to let me into the park. And yeah, so just assume you're on camera somewhere.
Right. So these people don't understand that, and they're like, hoo-hoo, we're in the dark, woohoo, and they do stupid things, but they can see you, and it's like, just don't do it, because is it worth being kicked out of the park over? Is it,
I don't know. It depends on what you're doing.
Some people think it is. It's funny though, on the Peoplemover, it is a short period of time, but my son got in trouble once, not by the cast member, by me, because we were on the Peoplemover, and it was just him and I, and he was across from me, and we go through the dark tunnel. And when we come on the other side, he's sitting beside me. He had switched places. Yeah. Oh my God, I went off on him because he was like, I don't know, like 13 or something like that. And I went off on him because, like, you could have fallen off the ride. You're not supposed to get moved. Luckily, he didn't get in trouble. But he did that, and he never did it again because he got in big having trouble from me.
Yeah, there's a podcaster. I can't remember who it was, and I don't think he was joking. He said that he had gotten his legs cut off on the Peoplemover. I think he was talking about the one in Disneyland, because he got up and he thought it'd be funny to jump out of the car or something, and he wound up losing his legs.
Well, the reason they have cameras everywhere, besides the inappropriate behavior, which I think is a lot of it, is because people do dumbass shit. Like, they try to stand up on rides. They try to get out of rides.
Splash Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were on Splash Mountain. Oh, well, that's true, Flash Mountain. The reason they have a delay on the cameras usually is because people would flash their things on Splash Mountain. But like I was on the ride with Squid King when he was first time he rode it, and he was terrified. It was before the lap bars, and the people in front of us kept standing up and putting their hands on the water that was shooting across, and they're like, "Look at us!" And I'm like, "They're gonna fall," but they're in the same boat with us.
Yeah.
So the boat was rocking. He was freaking out. They're just watching you. So you know, and it might let you get through the ride. They might grab you on the way out. I mean, it's better not to do it. So anyway, some of the other things I found on Reddit, you can find stories all over. I've heard from cast members before about this kind of crap. They said about the frisky thing, and then somebody else said, I had a friend who worked on the Jungle Cruise for a while, said this kind of stuff happened on grad nights, and he would get called the Pirates of the Caribbean on his break to partake in shaming. Because they would be like waiting for you. Like, you got to tell us what you were doing. Somebody used to be a cast member. We have photo booths and ImageWorks and Imagination. Yes, despite cameras obviously being there, people still try to get hanky-panky in there. Ew, my kids go in there every time, take pictures. Now I'm kind of like, ooh, should we wipe it down? The crazy part is when they actually snap photos and they appear on the wall on screens where you can get them. Having to quickly cover them up and get a leader over to make a call to escort them out is fun times.
I read this as another word.
Oh, you can read that one. Just read it with the right word.
When you enter the first tunnel on Spaceship Earth, they have a monitor showing the image of you produced by an infrared camera with a sign that says something effective. Guests violating park rules will be ejected. I read it as something else.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I'm guessing that a lot of shenanigans on that slow-moving 15-minute dark ride led to that installation. We've had, the biggest problem we've had on these rides is incessant talking. People on their cell phones, people taking phone calls. If you can take a phone call, a lot of times you lose a signal.
It was cheer week, and there was a bunch of girls there that were like 14 or 15. The foulest mouths I've ever heard. I was trying to do a video to put up for the other blog at the time, and we couldn't use it because the whole time it was, and fuck this and fuck that. And I'm like, well, sorry, Mom, first of all. But I was ready to go wash their mouths out with soap. I was like, how old are you? And then they got out of the car and left all their trash in it for the cast member to pick up.
Oh, my God.
But you were there? What do you mean, oh, my God?
Yeah, no. I was just like, I was just like rolling my eyes like, oh, my God, it's typical. One of the worst experience I had with cheerleaders was that time I had to get back to you guys. I got separated because I had to go Lost and Found. And I wound up on a bus full of, like, Venezuelan teenagers, cheerleaders. And I was on my way to... Animal Kingdom Lodge, yeah, and I had standing room only, and it was just like, oh my God, it was horrible.
Next time, just call it Lyft.
Yeah, I think next time I will.
I would. Another one, and this one, okay, I never thought about, but you've been to After Hours at Typhoon Lagoon. People said After Hours Typhoon Lagoon, the lazy river, because you go through all those cave areas and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, I wouldn't have even thought about that.
So when you're getting water in your mouth in the lazy river,
getting water everywhere.
But I'm just like, you might fall off your raft and take a mouthful of water, and who knows what's in that water. I'm just like, these are some examples of many. There are many, many more stories out there. I know people, like, I guess Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, people said that stuff's happened on that. It's not Disney World anymore. I know, right?
How wild is Mr. Toad?
I'm just like, some of the rides I'm thinking, how the hell do you do that on that ride? Because people were mentioning some instances that they had things they found on, like, the Astro Orbiter, and I'm like, that wouldn't even work.
You could probably make it work.
I'm like, you figure you're high up, they can't see. The thing is, they have cameras everywhere.
High club.
That's what people were joking. They were saying that. They're going to find out. They're going to likely see. Then you have people that jump off of, like, the land to get a cucumber, and somehow they did miss that. But they probably figured it was the daylight, so no one would be that dumb.
Yeah, right. Well, no, just assume that they're going to be that dumb. This is Disney we're talking about. People get really stupid at Disney. That one kid, what ride was that he got off the boat or got off the attraction?
Oh, that was on Splash Mountain at Disney. I think Disneyland. Yeah, I did an article on it before. This one person on TikTok had a video. This kid they were stuck. The ride was stuck and it was paused. And he got tired of, and this is the Disneyland version. Disneyland version of Splash Mountain, it's the logs like single file, almost like Space Mountain and Disney World. Mm. It's like the reverse. Space Mountain and Disneyland side by side, but Splash Mountain and Disney World side by side. So he got out of the single file log flume with his, I guess he was with his siblings.
Okay.
And he had enough. So he got out and went and stood by the wall in the middle of the ride. And his parents were, I guess, in the log behind this woman who was filming. And they were like yelling at him to get back in to the vehicle, and he wouldn't do it. And eventually he did. And then when they evacuated them off anyway, like no one said anything to him that she saw or walked them out. I mean, they might be worried about trying to fix the ride and weren't paying attention to the cameras. But you'd think someone would notice the kid standing there, like, and there's pictures of it.
You would think. So I didn't ride. Last time I went to Disneyland, it's been a couple of years. I didn't ride Splash Mountain with you guys. Did they put lap bars on Disneyland's yet?
I don't remember.
Because Disney Worlds, they put the lap bars on. I think to keep.
I don't know the Disneyland's ones they do because it's single file. But like people, I mean, people were like from Disney World were like, how did you like the person next to him not keep him in the seat? And it's like because it's not the same.
It's single file.
It's like if you go to Space Mountain Disney World and they're single file, that's what the Splash Mountain Disneyland is like.
Yeah.
And the Splash Mountain Disney World is side by side, which is what the Space Mountain Disneyland has. So I don't know, but it's just like I'm just telling you, people, don't do things like this on the attractions because they will see you. Somebody else had a story about people were on the Haunted Mansion doing the Doom buggies, and they said on the camera they saw the woman, her head starts going up and down. If you know what I'm saying, in his lap.
Like Madame Leota?
Yeah, no, not like Madame Leota. I think there's a madam involved. But,
okay.
Anyway, the person had to make an announcement and like, the haunts can see you and stuff like that. They said they got kind of in trouble because they were supposed to use the mic for that. But they're flipping on the ride. And if you come around those corners, the cars next to you can see into your cars.
Stop moaning. You're going to wake the dead.
I'm just like, don't do it. They can see you. People in the comments are like, oh my God, I didn't know this. And I did things I shouldn't have done on these rides. Like, they're talking about how they line up to watch on the cameras.
God. Okay.
I'm just like,
I am sure there are a lot of really fun stories out there.
I would love to hear from cast members if they have some fun stories.
I don't think they're allowed to. So this is your job. Your job is to make sure people don't have sex at Disney World.
Or other things. But, I'm like, they said that the Indiana Jones ride. They said they went over in Disneyland.
Yeah,
they said people were doing, they were like, not like sitting on their laps, but they were like using their hands to do stuff on that.
Oh, that's a rough ride.
Know.
It jiggles a lot. Maybe
you just have to hold your hand still and it jiggles a lot. I don't know. I'm just like, literally, if you must leave the park, do your thing, do it before you come to the park, then leave everybody else out of it because I don't want to see it. The cast members don't want to see it.
Well,
other guests, apparently they sometimes they do line up.
I just say
other guests, we don't want to see it, and you will get kicked from the parks for this. You will be ejected from the parks, not ejaculated like you thought. Ejected from the parks. The other E word, and it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Okay, are we gonna wrap this up?
Yes.
I feel sick to my stomach now.
For real?
Yeah, we're gonna have to wipe all those.
I know, because I wasn't thinking about this stuff. Now I'm like, I ride those rides. My kids get in that photo booth.
God, I just thought the seat was wet because of the water.
I'm just like, I'm so wrapped up in the photo booth because there's a camera there. Taking your picture.
No.
And my kids go in there. It's like a tradition with them. They go into the photo booth and they do a bunch of pictures together. Squeaking and Pinky Boo. Every time we go to Imagination, they always do that. It's like their thing. And now I'm kind of like, I don't wear gloves. Here, Mom, why are you making me wear a rain poncho? It's not raining. Just wear the poncho, kids. Just wear the poncho.
Because it's Florida. That's
apparently, just wear the poncho everywhere you go at Disney World, apparently.
Just wrap yourself in, full body.
Just poncho it up.
And they can just say it's because of the pandemic.
There you go.
Wear a full body rubber getup.
Just poncho it up, no matter if it's raining or not, and then you should be good.
All right, gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.